Hi students, welcome back. Okay, again this is Pungadi, APCSE SNSCP. Today we are going to see about the features of Python. Before that, we have to do some recap on the last class. In last class, just we have seen the introduction to Python programming. The Python programming, it is a user-friendly. Then mainly it will be used in many areas, okay, like Google, YouTube, and Amazon. They are all using the this Python programming languages. Okay. Today, before we are going to learn the features of Python, you should know the history of Python, right? Because you should know who's developed that particular language. Then next one is when it is developed, how it is named as a Python. Okay, those things you should know. Can you guess what it is? Yes, of course. The Python programming, it is used in these areas like whatever the analysis we are doing, it could be represented by using this kind of graphs. Okay. Next. Actually, initially the Python programming language, it is developed in on the invented in the Netherlands in the year of 90s. Okay. And then who is developed the Python programming language? The Python programming language, it is developed by Guido van Rossum. Okay. Initially, it is named as something different, but after 1989, it is named as a Python. There is a story behind that for naming of Python. Actually, the father of Python went for one famous circus. There, he is seen that the one Python is flying. Okay. After seeing that Python, he thought of that putting the name for this programming language as Python. And after he decided, it is named as a Python. Then it is a open sourced for program from the beginners. Okay. Then, he is the father of Python programming. Python programming, it is like a experiment, like as you are doing the lab experiments, right? How much you want freedom, it is enabled with this Python programming language, and it has too much of freedom, and nobody can read your coding, as already we have discussed in the introduction part, that it provide the security, and it is little and expensiveness in encouraged. Okay. Next one is features. The features are object. First feature is object oriented. Whenever you are typing a program, the Python programming, whatever the thing which you are typing, everything it will be considered as a object. Okay. Then next one is indentation. The indentation is nothing but it's like a object creation in Java. Whatever the class which you have defined, for that class we have to declare an object. For that also we have to use the syntax. Okay, that is here it is made easy, and it is free. Free means it is open source. Then it is a powerful language, because with a single line of coding we can do a magical operation with the Python programming language. And next one is the portable. Yes, already we have discussed that. Portable means the Python programming language, it is suitable for all operating systems. It like Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Unix. Okay, whatever the things which you need, you can use it. Easy to use and easy to learn. Easy to use means it is already we have discussed that it is a user friendly. Then you may ask from where I can download the Python software, and how I can use it. For that, the example, the path is given for downloading a Python software. From this, it is a original version. Okay, if you want, you can download it based on the processor, either 32-bit processor or 64-bit processor. Based on that, you can download the Python software from the website, and after downloading you can install it in your system. After installing the system, you can go to your main menu and you can select the application like this. Okay, if you type in here, it will display the application. Then you can choose that application. If once you select that particular Python app, then it will display like this. After displaying, already in first video, in first class, we have discussed that if I want to print my name, or if I want to print hello, or else if I want to print hi, hello, how are you, then those things it could be given as a string. The string is nothing but the collection of characters. That collection of character that should be given in double quotes. Okay. In case this is for printing a string. Okay. Then in case if I want to make a small letters to uppercase, then for that just I have to call the method upper. If I call that particular method upper, then automatically the given string it will be converted to uppercase. Okay, then this is for Python code execution. After typing your program, the program that should be saved with extension of .py. Okay, then after saving your program, source program, then it will be converted. While you are compiling a program, it will be converted to bytecode. Okay, the PYC is Python compiler. Okay. Then it will be given to runtime environment. It will run your program and it will print the output. The runtime environment, it consists of a exe file, .exe file. Okay. This is the diagrammatic representation of the features of Python. Next, this also the same thing, but it shows the some 9 features of Python. In dynamically typing, already I have teached you in the introduction part. Then late binding means after compiling your program, it will be grouped together for the future reference. Then automatic memory management. In C program, we will use the variable along with the data types. Okay, the data types mainly it will be used to allocate the memory for the variables. Based on the data type, it will allocate the memory in the your processor. Okay, say for example, the data type is like integer, float, double, string, list, dictionary, tuples, sets, files, boolean, classes, and objects. These are all called as a data types. Okay. But in C, C++ and all, we will get categorized it to primitive data type and non-primitive data type. But in Java language, in Python language, there is no concept of primitive and non-primitive data types. Okay, the data types here there is no need to specify. Here there is no need to specify whether that particular int A is belongs to integer, float, or double. Okay, because from the assignment statement itself, the compiler could analyze whether that particular variable it is belongs to integer type or float type or character or string. No? That thing it will be taken care by the compiler. Okay. As already I said, I have downloaded the Python. So I am going to type the Python. Yes. If I am typing 2 letters alone, it is displaying as Python 3.7 32-bit processor, because my system, it is a 32-bit processor. So it will be displayed like this. Then you can select that particular app. Once you have select that particular app, it will be displayed like this. Then it will display the version. Python 3.7.2 is the version, and it is used for Windows 32-bit processor. Okay. Then already we have said, if I want to print the value, then I can type it as print of hello. If I type this, if after typing directly I can give enter. If I give enter, it will print the hello. But whereas while you are going with the C programming language, you have to include minimum of 5 lines, right? You have to include the header file standard, input output header files. Then you have to include the main method. After including a main method, you have to use the printf statement to print the content which you have given in a double quotes. But while you are coming with the Python programming language, there is no need to use the packages. The default packages, it will be taken by the compiler itself. Okay. Next, if I want to, say for example, next I want to print my name. Okay. The same procedure will be followed. If you type this one, it will give. See, you can see the difference between these two lines. Print of hello, both but while you are giving a string, that should be given in double quotes. But after closing this parenthesis, if you give semicolon, that also it will be accepted. If you don't give the semicolon, that also it will be accepted. So there is no constraints in these statements. But whereas in your C programming and all, if you forget to give the semicolon, then it will not allow. It will generate the warning message, but it will not generate the error message. It will generate the warning message that you have missed this. There is a warning in this line. Like that, it will be displayed. Next, alternate another method is print space double quotes. If I am giving, if you give like this, then it will generate the error message. The function bracket is it is common. It is it's like it is a mandatory one. Okay, the function bracket in the open close we will call it as a function bracket. The function bracket, this parenthesis is important. ஓகேங்களா, இது கம்பல்சரியா கொடுக்கணும். If you miss that things, it will definitely generate the error message. Okay. This is used to run your Python programming in your system. Okay, laptop, either PC, உங்களுக்கு எதுனாலும் சரி, அதுல டைப் பண்றதுக்கு you can use this version. இல்ல I want to use the mobile, I'm having mobile only அப்படினீங்கன்னா, then you can use the Learn Python application. From scratch, they have teached and it is available in that particular application. If you want, you can use that also. And if you want to take any challenges like case studies, then you can use the Data Camp application. If you use that particular Data Camp application, there are a lot of courses are available. You can choose the Python. Initially, the first module would consist of the Python basic part. After completing that particular basic part, it will take into a application side. Okay, like already we have discussed, it is used in artificial intelligence, machine learning, data analytics. Okay, those things it is available. Whichever the area you like, you can use it. Thank you.